Well, welcome to this short little intro. We're talking about a Dometic RTX2000 air conditioner that I'm fitting to a 6-wheel drive military Land Rover Ambulance that we've converted to a camper. This is going to be multi-parts, and it's going to be a little bit disconnected because it took me more than a week over the Christmas break. So, I hope you can cope with that. Let's carry on. On the silicon. Well, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing more work on the 6-wheel drive Land Rover Perentie Ambulance. We've been trying to install an air conditioner for quite some time, and I think this is about part 3 or something. In the previous parts, we removed the original air conditioning unit, which had a big lump inside. We stripped all of that out, put a big aluminium plate over it that has a custom cut hole, exactly to the size we need for the air conditioner. We've plumbed all the wiring in, we've stripped a lot of stuff out, which is this huge junk pile over here. The engine compressor is still in here. We won't be needing that. We're using a rooftop aircon, which is around the side over here. Still doing some work on that at the moment. We've just fitted threaded inserts and an Anderson plug, but we'll see that in a minute. So it's the next morning, and we need to put some threaded inserts in things. Hopefully these are the right size. Yeah, these will bite in pretty well. If these rip out, we've got a bigger problem. Alright, so the next step's going to be fitting an Anderson plug. But before I do that, I'm going to fit some bolts in here, just so I don't forget to put them in, because when we locate it through the roof, these guys are going to need to be at least able to fit through. Now there's a question I've had all along with this, is how does it get rid of the water during humid weather? And I'm noticing there are drain holes around the edge here. So that tells me when I put the butyl tape in, not to put it too far away, and also I need to make sure there is at least a slight gap for water to drain out underneath here. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this little connector is for. Maybe it's for monitoring battery voltage or anything, but I'm pretty sure that goes to the same point as the two big ones. At least that's what I've seen. We no longer want factory loom because they didn't give it to us. We will push. There we go, Anderson plug. Alright, so I took a screaming run up and I got everything in the back. Bit annoyed my paint job's a bit messed up, but it's just the way it is when you're going to handle these things and they're so heavy and awkward. I've got a chain block hiding down there, and I've got to find a few other bits and pieces of rigging, but we might be almost time to put it in the roof. Alright, well we found ourselves a tree that might be good. I've got to go ballast it later.
Alright, so that's exactly how you want it positioned, yeah?
Alright.
Yeah, still good.
Yep. Yeah, it's grease. There's oil from the chains. I bought some of that grip mitt stuff with me.
Which one's the stop button, D? The red one, yeah?
Yep. We can pull the wheels in out. We'll make sure it balances. These out of the way, and I'll roll forward. Got enough to get down there. You reckon we're going to fit?
Just.
Alright.
Can you get it any higher?
No, that's it. That's as high as we've got.
Easy gonna fit. Yeah, it's turning. Keep going, yep. You got about another metre, half a metre. Keep going. Keep going. A little bit more. Stop.
All right, we got one end sitting on the butyl tape.
Yeah, sorry, Hannah, mate.
Want me to go up again?
No.
Oh, beautiful. Now we're going to need to navigate it around those bolts. So it might need to come my way a little bit. Oh. Now, where's that tape? Okay, this strap is going to get stuck under the tape.
Right.
So you can probably let it go for the moment. We'll get something to wedge under it so I can get the straps out. Yeah, if you can lift it a bit. Cool. I'll get that under there. All right. Now we can lower the thing. Yep, now we can lower it. All right.
Was I supposed to?
All right. Now, hopefully this comes out.
Too hot. Go down here, man.
All right, it's in the hole. Awesome. All right, aircon is in. I'm bloody tired. Got a bunch of washers and stuff. We'll go and bolt that in. We need a break.
1 hour later.
All right, smoke test time.
You have to go upstairs.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Aha, we have life. Oh,
Instantaneous or what?
oh, it's going to take a bit, but oh, a good amount of air. That's going to be nice.
Certainly do the job.
And it's the right way around to blow the air back into the cabin. We'll let it actually fire the compressor up.
Go straight.
Oh my fucking god, it's so good. Alright, we got it into boost mode. This is my battery analyzer. Keep in mind this is set up for 12 volts, not 24 volts. So the current reading is double. So currently in boost mode pulling about 12 amps at 24 volts. However, this is subtracted from the solar. So the solar will be probably putting in probably about another 10 amps at the moment. We're in the shade, but yeah, we've certainly got a good torrent of cold air coming out of this. We can move into the airflow a bit, but it's genuinely good cool air. I'm really happy. Okay, so I'm back home and it's been running while I've been driving around. We're doing pretty well. We're in full sun now. So we're looking at 26.7 volts currently. Let's look at how much power the solar system is contributing. Solar system is contributing 10 amps. Let's look at what it says inside. All right, so I clamped it in over the foam board. It was a bit hard to get footage, but the analyzer inside says we're pulling, I think, 6.5 amps, which, because that's in 12 volt mode and not 24 volt mode, you have to double the current. So that puts it at, what are we, 12, 13 amps. So in total, we're pulling about 23, 24 amps. I'd round up to about 25. That's probably seems a little lower than standard, partly because the voltage is a bit higher. But 25 amps is not too bad, considering on a full sunny day, I'd easily make that up with the solar panels. All right, so I'm home and I cut a section of my foam board off. I dragged it inside. We're going to try and insulate around here. All right, we've got the sides sorted out, and I've realized an error in positioning here. This section here, I'm not going to be able to go straight over that. I'm going to have to make a bit of a fancy adjustment. This is sucking up foam board into the intake. But yeah, I am going to be able to go over up to the corner here. But around here, I'm going to have to do something fancy. Not sure what yet. Alright, I've got it looking reasonably okay. Yes, there's duct tape around the edges. That's going to get replaced with aluminium edging at some point. It's just to tack it together. This jagged hole around here, I'll get my laser cutter to cut a nice perfect facade that looks nice and pretty, and I'll glue that up over that hole. I'm still not sure if the roof seal is going to leak at all. I went spastic with the silastic, but I'm not sure if it's going to leak. We'll find out, I guess, when we have a major rainstorm. But for now, it's in. I'm hoping the seal around that works well too. I don't really have a second chance at it. And I can't go around the outside of the roof unit because it drains out those corners. My cables are a bit exposed here at the moment. I may get a piece of conduit to shove over that, like nice big square stuff. Don't know yet, but at least it's neat and it's out of the way. And this doesn't look like an ugly hole exposed to insulation now. So I've got 4 screws in it at the moment, 6 nearly. And I'll put a few more in later. And at some point I'll find a way to mount my projector up here somehow. I may put a reinforcer across it or something and hang it off that. Don't know yet, but I'll sort that out tomorrow. For now, I'm done for the day. We're going to call this the end of this particular episode. There's so much more to do. I have to clean up all of this, clean out everything. I've done it about 3 or 4 times today. And get it ship-shape for New Year's Eve fireworks. So we'll see you all in the next one. I hope it was fun. I don't know how many parts I'm up to yet, so I think maybe 3. Anyway, see you in the next one. Well, this is the end of another part. There are several. I hope this was an interesting one. If you look in the description, there will be a series of links and maybe a playlist that will take you to the other videos in this series. I hope it was fun. See you later.